What's up everybody, my name is Senny and welcome to another video, and today I'm going to be talking about allied races in patch 7.3.5. On the PTR we have quite a bit of info on 4 of the new allied races, which makes me wonder, are they coming in patch 7.3.5? Personally, I think that they will be released in patch 7.3.5, but at a later date when Battle for Azeroth is available for digital pre-purchase for early access, similar to the Demon Hunters with Legion. The PTR gives us info on the allied races such as customization options, racial mounts, racial abilities, and quest text. With all that said, let's dive in and see what we have on the races so far. For racial abilities for Nightborn we have multiple. We have cantrips, which conjure up an Eldritch Grimoire, allowing you mail access for 1.5 minutes. So instead of going to town to check your mail, you can just do it on the go right away. Masquerade, shroud yourself in illusion, taking on the appearance of another Nightborn. I don't see how this would be useful in any kind of combat situation, but we'll have to wait and see. By the looks of it, it just looks like some kind of role-playing fun little ability. Racial passives. Ancient history, so inscription skill increased by 15, so if you are into inscription making enchantments, that'll be good for you. Arcane affinity increases magical damage by 1%, so that will be good for the priests and the mages and the warlocks. Dispel illusions, draw upon your arcane sight, piercing illusions, and invisibility within 15 yards. I can already see a whole bunch of people having that spell macroed with the text, "Something's not quite right." I'm sorry, I can't wait to see that. Magical resistance reduces magical damage taken by 1%, also very useful in PvP and PvE situations. Next up is Void Elves. For racial ability Spatial Rift. Rip a hole in space and time, reactivate this ability to teleport through the rift, 30-yard range, and with a 1.5 minute cooldown. That just sounds OP AF. Can you imagine a monk using that? Ugh. It stresses me out just thinking about it. I hate monks. I hate them. But that'll be really fun, especially in PvP. Oh boy, there's going to be a lot of Void Elves from now on. I can just see it happening. Racial passives. Chill of Night. Reduces arcane and shadow damage taken by 1%. So that'll be nice for also PvP. Entropic Embrace. Your abilities have a chance to empower you with the essence of the void. So it seems like kind of like a concordance passive where it just has a chance to activate and it gives you a little bit of a stat or damage boost. So that will also be very nice in both PvE and PvP situations. Ethereal Connection reduces the cost of void storage and transmog by 50%. Preternatural Calm. Your spellcasts are not delayed by taking damage. Again, OP AF, especially in PvP situations. So we got the Spatial Rift to teleport. We have this Preternatural Calm, which makes you not delay in spell casting, and then you have the Entropic Embrace. I feel like the Void Elves are going to be an OP race. Next up we have Dark Iron Dwarves. Even though I don't believe they'll be in patch 7.3.5, we still have some information here on them. So for the Dark Iron Dwarves, we have 5 names of their racials, but we don't have any description of what they do yet. We have Dungeon Delver, Fireblood, Forged in Flames, Mass Production, and Mole Machine. For Lightforged Draenei, we have Light's Judgment. Call down a strike of holy energy, dealing 5,150 holy damage to enemies within 5 yards after 3 seconds, with a 40-yard cast range and a 2.5 minute cooldown, which is an instant cast. Forge of Light. Summon a Forge of Light, enabling blacksmithing, and blacksmithing skill is increased by 10. So again, if you are into mining and blacksmithing and you don't want to go to town, well, this will be good for you, just on the middle of the road. There you go. You have Demon Mane, which experience gained from killing demons increased by 20%. I can only see that really being useful for people leveling from 20 and up, not if you do a race chain. Final Verdict. When you die, the light avenges you, dealing 1,248 holy damage to enemies within 8 yards and healing allies for 1,486. Could you imagine doing PvP? You just barely kill this Lightforged Draenei and you have 1% health and you feel successful, and then he just explodes and you die with him. That's gonna be stressful. But also, in the raiding, imagine if the boss is at 1% and you're all about to wipe, and one Lightforged Draenei friend dies and just heals you that much, and it helps you get the kill. That'll be, I hope to see some videos like that happening, because that'd be exciting to see. Holy Resistance reduces holy damage taken by 1%. Again, that would only be useful in PvP from what I can see, unless in the future we go and do fight the light for reasons. You will see. High Mountain Torn. We have Bull Rush, which charges forward for 1 second, knocking enemies down for 1.5 seconds with a 2-minute cooldown timer. Now, this is going to be exciting for me personally with my warrior. With 2 charges, a heroic leap, and this little bull rush, no one's going to get away from me this time. Pride of Ironhorn. Mining skill increased by 15 and allows you to mine faster. That'll be very nice for profession. If you want to get into jewel crafting or blacksmithing, this will help you pass the time faster. Mountaineer increases the versatility by 1%. That will be nice for PvP and PvE. Rugged Tenacity reduces damage taken by 330. Again, that will be very good for PvE, and I'm especially excited for PvP. I feel like my warrior is just going to be that much harder to kill, and especially if he's in tank spec going to flag carry. Good luck. Waste not, want not. You have a chance to loot additional meat and fish. So if any of you are big on the cooking scene, that will be good for you. Allied race mounts. So for the High Mountain Torn, we got the High Mountain Thunderhoof. And I love the description. I'm a moose riding a moose. Your argument is invalid. My Canadian heritage is screaming right now. I'm so excited to ride a moose. Nightborn Mana Saber. Night Elves have always had an affinity for the great cats that prowl their lands, and the Nightborn are no exception. This mount just kind of looks like the one you get after completing the quest line in Suramar, or after you kill Bugden, you get the one with the wings, except this one just had its wings clipped. It doesn't look any more special than that, but it's still a very appealing mount at least. Lightforged Draenei with the Lightforged Fell Crusher. A long-time companion of the Draenei, the Elec are stalwart and sturdy steeds capable of standing up to impending darkness without fear. So basically it just looks like a Elec that got all that Lightforged treatment armor on it. Void Elves, Star-Cursed Void Strider. Those that follow the Void tend to prefer the companionship of a steed without form or substance. Now this was interesting to me because I like the model itself. It looks very pretty and appealing. But what really got me was without form or substance. So it looks like a physical bird that just has a lot of fancy colors on it, but from the description, it may not be. So that's kind of cool in that case, that it's just a little void something that isn't really there, but is there, and you can ride on it. I thought that was pretty cool for the Void Elves. Furthermore, on Wildhead, we also have more data mined information. So if you want to go look at any quest logs for how these different races join us, you can go ahead and take a look at that. They also have the audio files for some of the main characters who speak to you, such as Bane, Bloodhoof, there's Illyria, Windrunner, Tyrallion, there's all sorts of characters, different quotes and texts. So if you don't mind spoilers, go ahead and check that out. Also, I want to mention that if you go to Orgrimmar or Stormwind, you're going to find the new embassies, which will house the new allied races leaders, such as the Lysra and Mela High Mountain. And then for the Alliance, it would be Illyria for the Void Elves, and whoever for the Lightforged. I have no idea who leads those guys. Probably Tyrallion, so you'll probably see Tyrallion and Illyria there. Another thing we get with the patch is the new level scaling, so that will be very fun for all you people who like to level alts such as myself. I cannot wait to pick some new race class combos and start exploring Azeroth again, and actually being able to finish a zone and not out level it within an hour. That's going to be super exciting, and I can't wait for that. We might be getting upright orcs, so that's another exciting feature. I can't wait to make my shaman upright and look proud and noble. The one thing that's killing me, is that we still don't have any information on the Zandalari trolls, and that is the one race I am most looking forward to seeing. And of course, it's not there, but I think that's just actually tactic of Blizzard's to keep the hype going. I think they're just holding on to that because personally, I believe it's one of the most hyped up races right now. Thanks again, you guys, for joining my video. Hope you guys liked it. If you did, give me a subscribe and like the video, and I hope to see your comments in the channel. Thanks, guys. Catch you next time.